Welcome to Remotely Webcast. I'm your host, Val Balita. Join me as I speak with industry experts, business owners, virtual assistants, and other industry players as we discuss topics such as streamlining your business, increasing your profit, maximizing your time, maintaining work-life balance, and how virtual assistants can help you achieve those. Let's get rolling. Hiring virtual assistants has been increasingly popular in the past few years, and rightfully so, as it's one of the best ways to streamline businesses. Good day, viewers. I'm Val Balita, and with us today is Bethany Wager-Mckee, the founder and CEO of Remotely LLC, a company or a growing company that provides Filipino virtual assistants to businesses in the US. How are you today, Beth?
I'm doing great. How are you, Val?
I'm doing wonderful as well. Now, before we talk about Remotely LLC, why don't why don't you give us first a brief background about yourself?
Okay. I grew up in New York. I then moved to Washington State, and in Washington State, I went to college. But while I was waiting to go into my final, I was actually going to be a nurse. But I was waiting for the final part of the program. I got my real estate license, and that was in 1996. And I worked out there for 3 years, selling real estate. I shortly thereafter, when I moved back home to New York, and I opened my grandmother's business, my grandmother, Agnes I. Wager Realty. She was the first female broker in Dutchess County. She had already passed, but someone else had purchased the company. But I obtained the name, and I reopened that in 1999. I've also done work in, I had an appraisal company called The Appraisal Source, and I've done work in mortgage financing.
No, I see. So from nursing to realty, how did the transition happen?
Well, because there was a year-long wait to get into the college, and I was very young, and I was probably 21. And a year seemed like a really long time. So
Yeah.
So I went and got my real estate license, and I did so well that there was really no need to go work as hard as I had to do that as a nurse. So I was really doing well in real estate.
So we can say that it's like a developed passion.
I've always loved real estate. I've always loved looking for properties. Since I was a little kid, I would look through the magazines. And I would sit in my grandma's office. And so I guess it's kind of in my blood too.
I see. Yeah. And well, it appears that you've been very passionate that you also founded a company that's also related with real estate. So that's Remotely LLC, which provides, again, virtual assistants to different businesses like real estate offices in the US. So what is Remotely LLC?
Remotely LLC is a company that provides realtors, insurance brokers, many different fields, an assistant for a virtual assistant to help them with their day-to-day tasks. We do focus mainly on real estate because that's where I've got so much knowledge in. But Remotely is a top-notch company that provides absolutely fantastic virtual assistants. We have great training programs, and it's a wonderful way it's a win-win, so that we provide great talent, and the people in the Philippines, they get paid a fair wage and medical, and it's just a really, really great thing.
All right. So, but as the CEO of this growing company, where do we see Remotely LLC in like 5 years?
Well, I'm hoping that in the real estate and other industries, it will become I would say like a household name, because virtual assistant companies are growing very rapidly. We have done a lot of research on other companies that do provide other services like ours, but we've done things like provided additional training, make sure that we set up the VA with the client so that they have a personalized training period so that they're ready to go day one. And we also we just have a great group of people. Only about less than 5% of our applicants even get into the training program, and from there's even fewer that actually graduate training because we have very high standards.
Mhm. I see. So we're actually looking at a bright future ahead
Oh,
of the
absolutely,
company, right?
absolutely. I think that we're going to be. I'm hoping that everybody will know who Remotely is.
Yeah, but what's this story behind Remotely LLC? How did it start? Was there
Uh,
any specific light bulb moment that made you decide to put this up?
the light bulb moment was I decided to do a mentor. I decided to get a mentor through a coaching program. I mean, I had been doing real estate for over 20 years, but I'm always learning. And I got a mentor, and I was the type of person, and I think there's a lot of people out there just like me who um I always felt like, somebody wants to learn how to do something. Well, it's just easier for me to do it myself, or I'm going to do it the best way, or I'm going to, I had my own, I guess it was a problem with delegating. And this mentor said to me, if you don't do that, you're not going to grow as quickly as you'd like to. And I was getting burned out. So he talked me into getting my first virtual assistant, and my business just took off because I wasn't doing the social media advertising. I was able to recruit a lot of agents. I was able to spend way more time out on the field and keep in better contact with my clients. So that was the moment there that I was like, okay, it was life changing. And then I hired another one to do appointment setting and follow up. And at one point, I kind of jokingly said to my assistant, why aren't we doing this for other people? And she was like, well, you could. And so I was like, yeah, I could. So I was like, we could, because I really love the people in the Philippines. Um, and just your character, just the kindness. And I wanted to do something a little different where, like I said, where both sides would be blessed, and the people in the Philippines would love to work for us, and the people who are our clients have a really good, hardworking, loyal assistant.
Mhm. I see. Well, actually, that brings me to my next question. Why Filipino VAs? Why specifically Filipino virtual assistants?
One of the things is that in the Philippines, the English is not a second language. English is learned from childhood. I mean, even the schools teach English. It's commonly used. A lot of other countries, it is a second language, so there's more of a barrier there in communicating. And the other thing is the work ethic I see, and like I said, the overall personality, being go-getters and really working hard. I've never, it's just been everyone I meet, I just love over there.
All right. So it appears that you're speaking through personal experience,
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
and it's something that you want other CEOs, other entrepreneurs in the
Yeah,
business to
absolutely. I
experience.
would love to see people be able to scale their business the way that I did. And it is hard to give up some of the tasks. It's hard to give away some of your work because especially when you're like me, kind of a perfectionist. But there's the technical side. The virtual assistants we have on the technical side can make way better social media posts and blogs and stuff than I could have created over a lot of time, and a lot more gets done. So it's been a great experience for me.
All right. Now, you have mentioned earlier, and I think it's already established that the virtual assistant industry is it a boom right now?
It is a
So,
boom.
and
Yes,
there are plenty of
absolutely.
There are plenty of companies that provide virtual assistants. But what separates Remotely LLC from the others?
One of the things that separates us, first of all, is the training. And the second, because like I said, our assistants go through a basic training. Let me back that even up further. Before they're even hired to go into basic training, they have to have worked with a U.S. company and have had experience with dealing with people in the U.S. And then also they have to be able and used to the shift that aligns with the U.S. working times, which is another hurdle. And then they get additional training so that a lot of the tech side and a lot of CRMs are covered for different sorts of businesses, real estate and others, sales systems. They also have training in different design software and through document software. So that's one thing. Then we personalize it to the individual client. The other thing is that separates us is that our VAs, they are paid, trained, and they do get a higher than the other company's salary for their work. So they're very happy and they're very eager to make everybody happy, just like we're really eager to make our clients happy as well. And the last thing is that we offer more flexibility than any other company. We offer full-time, we offer part-time. Part-time is not, the price for the part-time is not raised. So you can get a VA for 20 hours or for 40 hours a week. And our commitment is 3 months. I know a lot of other companies, the commitment is much longer, but we're sure that at the end of your commitment, you're going to stay on with us. And the other reason that you should hire through a company like ours is there are freelancers out there, but I mean, there's also issues where sometimes the pay isn't regular, and there may be once you get the VA might expect a certain amount more that you weren't aware of. So this regular makes this a regular standard pay for the first, for your first 12 months. And then we together discuss if there would be any increases or not. So you're locked in. You know what your expenses are.
All right. That sounds like an amazing package for both the virtual assistants and the clients, right?
Yes, absolutely. And it really will help you because like, all right, my business was real estate, but in any business, whether it's insurance or any other sales position, your main focus should be on your relationship with clients and being in front of the clients and doing your negotiating. It takes all this other paperwork and marketing things off of your to-do list so that you can focus on what's most important.
And I think a lot of entrepreneurs would love that.
Yes, absolutely. Any entrepreneur would love that because there's a lot to running a business.
All right. So thank you so much for your time today. Again, that's Bethany Wager-Mckee, the founder and CEO of Remotely LLC.
Thank you so much.
All right. And this has been Val Balita, your host for today. See you next time.